name is Borys Musielak, and I'm the founder and CEO of Filmaster.tv. And my company provides personalization and analytics services for the entertainment industry. But instead of focusing only on talking about my company, I would like to tell you a few things about how different startups are changing, trying to disrupt the television industry, to show you a few trends of what's happening right now and how we think the industry is going to evolve, hopefully with our help. So a few things first, so that we know what we're talking about. The first screen, when I say first screen, I refer to the television set. When I say the second screen, I usually say it's either a tablet or an iPhone or Android or any phone which has some additional information about the show you're actually watching. HbbTV is a technology that allows you to have interactive content on your TV next to the actual content you're viewing. As STB or a set-top box is basically a box that you have under your TV, which is provided to you by your cable operator, which allows you to basically do all the fancy stuff with your TV, like record things, like change channels. So this is where the software responsible for this lies. And EPG is electronic program guide. It's the stuff that you see on your TV when you switch channels, when you see what's on TV, when you can actually read some more information about the shows. And social TV is just a general term, which I'll be referring to throughout my presentation, which no one can actually define. So first, the trends. There is a couple of I think there's 3 different types of social TV applications at the moment. And the first one, the easiest, kind of the simplest one, are those that are apps on our iPhone or our tablets or our phones, which allow you to simply watch some content, for example, from YouTube, and then share it on Facebook and Twitter. They usually come with some discovery as well, but all they do basically is kind of replace Facebook and YouTube, but put it in one app. And those apps are like Show You or Shelby. They're kind of popular, but they haven't got a lot of traction. I think the reason is because they don't add that much value. A bit more interesting type of app are those that actually provide you with an interactive, personalized television guide. And most of those, like GetGlue or Misa, or Next Guide, or just a couple of more, force you to actually do something first. Force you to give away a lot of information first, like check into all the shows that you're watching, or rate some shows, or actually give some information to this app so that it can be useful to you. So it is used by geeks, by people who are very into technology, but they haven't got a lot of traction from regular TV viewers because they simply demand too much from the user. You are not, checking in is not much fun, so not everyone is going to simply, check into every show that they watch. So I think that's the reason why those apps, although gained some traction, just more traction than those apps, but they still haven't revolutionized the industry. Interesting of the apps that exist right now, to me, are those apps that actually provide you some more value than just a discovery engine. So those apps are like Boxy or Zbox or Peel, and they basically are platforms. So they allow you to either watch TV on a tablet like Zbox, or control your TV with your iPhone like Peel, or are actually hardware platforms that provide additional value to you, like a new user interface for watching TV, or basically an app that doesn't require you to be very interactive. Because watching TV basically is a very passive experience. So the less you have to do, the better the app experience is. But interestingly enough, the biggest player right now in the social TV space is Twitter, which has never really intended to be a social TV platform. It just became it just became the biggest social TV platform because of users, because Twitter just noticed that users started using Twitter in this way. Like 30% of all tweets during like Super Bowl or Oscars are related to TV. So 1/3 of all the tweets in the service are related to TV, and Twitter has noticed that, and it's actually transforming itself from being a social media company to be a social TV company. And the acquiring of a social analytics platform, Bluefin, for example, recently, in a partnership with Nielsen for providing social rankings for TV, is a sign that Twitter is actually going this way. So, but still, when we're talking scale, Twitter only relates to 3%, about 3% of people in the US and the UK who watch TV. Only 3% actively tweet while watching. So it's the biggest player, but still it's kind of small. So what's actually going wrong in social TV? I think there is 4 major problems with social TV. The first one is that most of those apps are not integrated with your TV set. So they actually require you to be very active. They require you to give away a lot of your personal information to get something back. And how it could work, they could actually integrate with your TV. So, for example, a second screen app could know your taste, could know what you're watching without your involvement. If those apps are actually integrated within the cable provider's infrastructure. So checking in, as I said, is not much fun. The traction is not big, and the big players are still in control. So the startups, TV is just a way different world than the internet. Internet is very open. Television is by nature closed and controlled by a few big players, so it's very hard to disrupt TV while not being in the TV industry. And for example, those 2 players, which I claimed are the good examples of how startups actually revolutionize TV, could be very easily eaten up by the big players. If Orange created something like Zbox would cease to exist. Same with Peel. Google recently created something similar to control your TV called Nexus G or Z, I don't remember, or X, or Q, Nexus Q, which actually provides the same functionality than Peel. So if the industry wants, they could just eat those players. So, but still, interestingly enough, Mashable thinks the second screen revolution is the biggest trend this year. It's the #1 trend that's going to be in the technology this year. So I'm wondering what is going to change? What is going to change in the industry to make this happen? And I believe this is the direction when TV should actually go. So if the social TV is actually going to gain traction, it has to be those 3. First of all, it has to be personal. So the apps have to understand you and have to act as if it was the internet. So people are used to personalized information on the internet. On the TV, it hasn't yet gained traction. I think this is crucial for the social TV to actually gain traction, is for it to be personalized. Second, it has to be social. Some of those apps are either this or that, like the personalized TV guide, but not too much social. So it has to be both. And 3, I think most importantly, it has to be integrated within the provider's infrastructure. Meaning, it's not a startup who will disrupt this industry. It's actually the industry itself which has to disrupt itself using some of the startups. And this is how I think the future interaction, the future social TV is going to work. So there is about 10% of people who are going to be active users. Those will be using the second screen to interact with the TV. They are going to tweet, they're going to be active, and they want a lot more than the regular users. So they want a personalized EPG with recommendations. They want to control their TV with their tablet. They want to be able to record stuff. They want even stuff to be recorded for themselves based on their personal taste. They are the active users. There is the second part of social, which is the passive social. So not everyone is actually tweeting, but lots of people want to read tweets, want to read additional information. They're not going to be very active, but they want it on the first screen. For active users, we have the second screen, but for passive users, those who just want to lean back and watch TV, they still want to get some aspect of the social. So they're actually reading what those active users produce, but it has to also be in a very personalized way. And we can do it on a first screen. So let's say right now, lots of shows allow you to send an SMS. And there is a curator who selects those SMS messages saying this user thinks, this, let's say it's an American Idol. So they comment on the current singer or they comment on the current show. And there is a curator who does it. We can do curation automatically based on your profile. If we actually listen to what you watch, we can curate tweets and provide you additional information on your first screen in a way that's very context-wise and that's actually interesting to you. So you only read on your TV the things that are interesting to you. So it's not random tweets, it's the tweets that are best matching your taste. Second, discovery. So right now you turn on your TV and you have millions of channels, a few VOD services, some apps. It's just becoming a lot of hassle to actually decide what to watch. So I believe how it's gonna work is you actually turn on your TV and it's gonna play your favorite show. In order to achieve that, the TV has to actually constantly analyze what you're watching and learn with time and understand you. And the first thing you're gonna watch, it's not a random channel, it's not an EPG, it's going to be the show or a list of shows that you can select that are actually matching your profile. And this is for the passive users. You don't have to do anything, it just learns by itself. So you can show watching trends, you can see, I'm still talking about the first screen on the television. You can have a Facebook like button to actually actively provide feedback about whether you like the current show or not. But there is more to the TV than just a second screen and first screen. If we already know your taste, we know what you like, we know what you watch, we can integrate e-commerce systems into your TV. So this is just one example of how Groupon could, for example, revolutionize TV. They could simply go into the HBB TV technology and provide a buy now button for the current app, for the current advertisement. So the more people buy it, you have, for example, 1 minute to decide whether you're buying the product or you're not buying the product being displayed as a commercial on TV, and Groupon could simply use that to gain their customer base. Probably you don't know this lady if you're not Polish, but she's very popular on Polish TV, and she wears a different jacket every day. And another possibility for to using e-commerce on TV is actually, if you are using a second screen app, and the second screen app knows what you watched, it knows that you like this show. So when you go to the store and you actually go to the shop which has a jacket like hers, it can send you a push notification saying, hey, you watched this show and now you can buy this jacket in this store, and this is the jacket related to what you watched on your TV. Okay, that was more about the industry and how it's evolving. Just a few final words about what we actually do. So my company is really focusing on personalization. So we provide a service in the cloud that understands people's taste and provides personalization platform, provides personalized recommendations for each individual TV user, whether it's on a cable system or a VOD system or online system that
so we basically analyze viewers' habits and enhance their experience by providing them a better discovery system. And we help the industry, we help the cable providers, we help the television networks to make personalization a first-class citizen within their infrastructure. So whether they want to integrate it on a second screen or they want to integrate it on their set-top box, we basically provide the technology in the cloud that allows them to boost viewership, because personalization boosts viewership, increase user engagement, and increase user loyalty to their brand. Okay, you can watch more on filmaster.tv website, and you can contact me on this email or tweet at Michuk. And if you have any questions to what we do, please ask. Thank you.